All right. Got it figured out. Oh, man. Just checking, making sure the sound is working. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. What's up, Mr. Cappy Top? Welcome back for another week of trivia. Hey, Garrett. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Ashley, Kimberly, welcome. It's good to see we have some return visitors. So hopefully you guys had fun last week and we can do it again this week. Corey, hello. Welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's surviving another week of this new way of living. Katie, hi. Spencer, hi. How's it going? Let me know when you guys get on if this is your first time playing Disney trivia, or if it's your second time, third time, fourth time. I don't even know how many weeks we've been doing this. Probably like 5 or 6. 6 times. 7, maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, awesome. Ashley, second time. You did the Snow White trivia. That was a fun one. Second time, Garrett. Welcome again. Thanks for joining. Hey, Kimberly, fourth time. Nice. Going on my YouTube channel to see how many times we've done this. Let's see. If I missed anyone. Second time, second time, second time. No first timers here today? No first timers? No new recruits? Nice, first week. Oh, Flicks. First time. Welcome. Is my volume not very loud? I have a new mic set up, so it might not be. Let's try to pull this a little closer. Can you guys hear me better now? I'll try to speak up a little bit also. Let me know if the volume's better, worse. Okay, cool. Sweet. Beckham broke my original phone mount, and so now I just got a new one today actually from Amazon, and it has a thing I can actually mount the mic to, but it is like tilted kind of up, so I gotta figure out how to fix that. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. Tatiana, first time, welcome. This week's theme is going to be Disney parks. So, a whole lot of Disney parks all over the world trivia. This is the 8th week. Can you guys believe that? It seems like I just started this tradition like a few weeks ago, but this is week number 8, and then 9 if we count the first week that we did it on Instagram, and I kind of had a lot of problems. But anyway, I think most people are here, so we'll give it just a little bit. Michaela, first time, welcome. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Madison, welcome. First time also. Thanks for joining. was weird. All right, anonymous, first time also. Welcome. Welcome to everyone, whether it's your first time, your last time. Hopefully not your last time. But anyway, the rules here are pretty simple. I'm just going to ask questions, and then the first person to answer it correctly in the chat gets the points. So all you have to do is answer in the chat. Just a fair warning, sometimes it'll show up on your screen first versus what I see. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing which one was first. It's whichever one YouTube says is first on my screen, and that's what I go off of. But hopefully, if you're the quickest, you'll show up first and you'll get the point. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the night gets a prize. And then also your points are accumulating every single week. And so, even if you don't win tonight, don't give up, because if you come every week and you get a lot of points, you could be in the leaderboard, and then eventually, like randomly throughout the year, I might just give the leader a prize, or we might do a big, huge prize for the person who has the most points at the end of the year. So don't give up. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but on my website, I have an actual leaderboard. And right now, Kayleen Shelton is in first place with 30 points. And Jonathan Harrell has 29 points. Meg Bagley, 16. Sabrina Henry, 11 points. So they don't win every single week, but yet they're on the leaderboard. So it's fun stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We have 27 questions tonight about Disney parks. I'll try to go fairly quickly so we can get through them in a decent amount of time. Also, if you do play tonight, send me a DM on Instagram, let me know that you played, and we'll make sure that you get credit for it if there are any issues with usernames and whatnot. So yeah, and if you win, of course you want to get your prize, so send me a DM. Here we go. Question number 1. Before Walt Disney World got its name, what was it referred to as? Before Walt Disney World got its name, what was it referred to as? And hopefully you guys will learn something new from this trivia also, because a lot of the questions I didn't know. I just had to like research things and come up with fun ideas for questions. So I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys will learn a lot too. But it looks like you guys know your stuff. Victoria Chu came in first this time with the Florida Project. That is correct. Which makes sense because it was a project that Disney was doing in Florida. So why not just call it the Florida Project? Well done. All right, question number 2. What date did Disneyland open? I need the full date, month, day, and year. What day did Disneyland open? Month, day, and year. And some of these questions will be easier and some of them will be a little bit more difficult. So hopefully you can all have fun. Test out your knowledge. Ooh. A lot of people know this answer. Well done. I'm glad to see it. So it looks like Ashley Lind was the first one to guess that one correctly. And it is July 17th, 1955. Well done. Here's the question for you guys. Disneyland or Disney World? Which one is better? This is not a trivia question. It's just a judge of character question. Let's see what the answers are coming in as. Disneyland, Disneyland, World, Disneyland, 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 World, World, Land. Sorry, Disney World peeps. I think Disneyland won. It is the OG, so just saying. All right, question number 3. What is the fastest ride at Walt Disney World? What is the fastest ride at Walt Disney World? Alrighty then. It looks like Sabrina Henry got it first. Test Track is the fastest ride. It reaches speeds of up to 64.9 miles per hour. So, pretty cool. Space Mountain does feel like it's going fast, but from what I've heard, it's just the way that they like blow fans, air on you or something, and it makes it feel like you're going faster. It's Imagineering at work. All right, question number 4. What is the monster inside the Matterhorn's name? What is the monster inside the Matterhorn's name? All right, I'm going to give a point to Flix as well as Allison. The correct answer is Harold. Harold the Yeti. All right, next question is question number 5. What is Disney World's slogan? What is Disney World's slogan? Who got that one correct? The most magical place on earth. The happiest place on earth is Disneyland's slogan. Disney World is the most magical. Which one do you prefer, happiness or magic? I don't know. Okay, next question. Question number 6. What is the most popular souvenir from Disneyland? What is the most popular souvenir from Disneyland? All right. Lots of good guesses here. The correct answer is ears. The mouse ears, Mickey Mouse ears, Minnie Mouse ears. They seem to be the top sellers when it comes to souvenirs for people. So, not super surprising with the quantity and designs. They're always coming out with new ones. And, I mean, what else? Like, it's just you have to get a pair of ears when you go to Disneyland. Okay. Next question. Also, before I go to the next question, let's see who here has the most pairs of ears. I know people that have like hundreds, but comment in the chat how many pairs of ears you own. Whether they're actually from Disneyland or they're made by some mom and pop shop. Let me know how many pairs of ears you have in your collection. I think between all of us, we maybe have like 5 or 6 pairs. So let's see, 19. Kimberly, wow, that's a lot. Spencer Joan has 15. Not bad. We don't have anyone that's like tons, like triple digits. So I think like 5 to 10 is a reasonable amount, you know? That way, if you're at Disneyland for a week, you have one for each day. The last question was one by Jonathan Harrow with mouse ears. So let's see. Next question. How much was adult admission to Walt Disney World on opening day in 1971? How much was adult admission to Walt Disney World on opening day in 1971? Disney World admission cost for adults. How much? Let's see. The first person to get it right is Tessa Shelton, $3.50. Disneyland was. Let me just make sure that's not one of my questions. I'm pretty sure it's not. But anyway, Disneyland's was $1. But apparently, like, so you got in for $3.50, and then you still had to like spend money to go on the rides, like anywhere from like 10 cents to 50 cents or something. But still a lot cheaper than it is now. But that's what inflation does, folks. All right. Question number 8. What does Epcot stand for? What does Epcot stand for? Who's gonna get it first? All right. It looks like Allison Mead got it correct. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow is the correct answer for what Epcot stands for. All right. So, I need. All right. I think I'm back. Can you guys see and hear me? Hello. Okay. I'm getting positive informations that it's working. Sorry. That's a sneak peek of Frozen 3, apparently. Not as good as Frozen 2. Cool. I think we're all back. Probably lost a few people in the meantime. Oh well, better chances for you guys to win the trivia. All right. Let's get back to the question. Like I was saying, I need both answers. There's 2 parts to the answer. I need them both in the same comment to win this. But which 2 rides at the Disneyland Resort in California, so Disneyland and California Adventure, which 2 rides are considered the fastest? Which 2 rides? Alright, sorry. I messed up this question, so. Because for some reason I completely spaced getting the Incredicoaster on my calculations. But anyway, let's see what kind of answers we have on here. Okay. Thunder Mountain and Incredicoaster, Thunder Mountain Incredicoaster, Cars and Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain Incredicoaster, Space Mountain Car, Space Mountain Incredicoaster. So Space Mountain is not in the top few. Let's see. So the problem was I didn't account for Incredicoaster, but Space Mountain is not considered one of the top ones, but Radiator Springs Racers and Splash Mountain both have a top speed of around 40 miles per hour, according to the research that I've done. But the Incredicoaster is actually 55 miles per hour. So, did anyone guess those two together? Any of those three? Let's see, Incredicoaster, Space Mountain, Incredicoaster, Radiator Springs Racer, Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Incredicoaster, Big Thunder, Incredicoaster and Thunder, Thunder Mountain, Incredicoaster, Space Mountain, Incredicoaster, Thunder Mountain Railroad, Radiator Springs Racers, and Incredicoaster. I'm gonna give Morgan Lynn the points for that one because you got 2 out of the 3 technically, so yeah. That was my bad. I don't know what I was thinking with that question. Some of these questions are hard to like come up with, especially like when there's numerical things involved, because the parks, like the Disney park trivia, is really difficult because the parks are always changing. So like trying to find the correct current answer is sometimes very difficult. Devin got it too. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. And hopefully this one is still accurate also. What is the tallest ride at Walt Disney World? What is the tallest ride at Walt Disney World? Do, 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 do. So this is Walt Disney World tallest attraction. Let's see. So Kayleen Shelton got it correct. Expedition Everest. I just verified to make sure because Tower of Terror is right up there with it, but Expedition Everest is apparently 60.8 meters, but Tower of Terror is like 60.6 meters. So they're like this close, or however much 0.2 meters is, but Expedition Everest is technically taller. So, interesting stuff. All right. Question number 11. What was the last attraction that Walt Disney personally supervised before his death? Yes, Garrett, I can see your chat. Alright, looks like Sabrina Henry got this one correct. It is Pirates. Pirates of the Caribbean. That is the last ride that he oversaw. And it is a great ride. But I must say that Pirates at Disneyland is way better than Disney World. Alright. Well done. What was... Question number 12. What was the first international Disney park? What was the first international Disney park? Okay, on this one it looks like Amanda got it correct. It is Tokyo. I honestly thought it was Paris too at first, but so Tokyo was in 1982 and Disneyland Paris I think it was like 92 or something. Yeah, 92. So almost 10 years later, Tokyo Disney has been around for quite some time, which I honestly didn't know until I made this trivia. So well done to Amanda. All right, let's see here. All right. Question number 13. What is special about the plants in Tomorrowland within Disneyland, California? What is special about the plants in Tomorrowland at Disneyland, California? All right. Looks like Allison Mead got this one correct. That is correct. They are edible. Every single plant within Tomorrowland is edible. I have not proven that to be true, but apparently it is. I'm not going to test it out though. All right, next question. How long did the construction of Disneyland take? How long did the construction of Disneyland take? All right. It looks like Allison Mead again. The correct answer is 1 year and 1 day. Surprisingly quick. They busted that out. Okay. Let's see. Next question. So this is kind of a weird question, like how it's worded. So hopefully it makes sense. I was trying to think of like how to get this across, but anyway. How many years later did Splash Mountain open in Walt Disney World than it did in Disneyland, California? Like, what was the difference between when Splash Mountain opened in Disneyland versus when it opened in Walt Disney World? How many years between them? All right. Looks like Kimberly Carter got this one correct. It is 3 years. 3 years difference. Disneyland was in 1989 and Disney World Splash Mountain opened in 1992. Which Disney park does not have a Winnie the Pooh themed attraction? Which Disney park does not have a Winnie the Pooh themed attraction? All right, it looks like Tatiana got this one correct. It is Paris, Disney Paris. Disney World does have a Winnie the Pooh attraction. At least they did last time I went. I don't know. Maybe things have changed. Let's see. What year did Tokyo Disney open? If you guys were paying attention earlier, I gave you the answer. What year did Tokyo Disneyland open? All right, Allison Mead got it correct. 1983. Okay. I'm not sure who's in the lead. I'm thinking that Allison is just by a glance, but I won't know for sure until I add up all the stuff at the end of the night. Okay. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Question number 18. How much did Disneyland cost to build, to complete when it first opened? How much did Disneyland cost to build? All right, it looks like Sabrina Henry, $17 million. That's a lot of money. But believe it or not, $17 million back then, according to my inflation calculators, is $164 million today. So, a lot of money. But and then now, if you think about it, I mean, part of it is inflation, but like how much money they spend on things nowadays, like just Galaxy's Edge, like I've heard they spent like $1 billion on each one in Disneyland and one in Florida. So, like, basically 5 or 6 times what it cost to build Disneyland just to build Galaxy's Edge. So, crazy. But Disney obviously has a lot more money than they did back in the olden days. It was a good investment, to say the least. Alright. Sabrina Henry got the last one. Make sure I got your things, credits. I'll stop rambling. I just love business and finance and stuff like that, so I could talk about it forever, but it's a whole another topic. Anyway, so question number 19. Which two Disney parks have an Alice in Wonderland themed maze? Which two Disney parks have an Alice in Wonderland themed maze? Alright. Got some quick answers. You guys know your stuff here. Alright. Looks like Tatiana got it correct. Paris and Shanghai. That is correct. They both have an Alice in Wonderland themed maze. Never been to either of those parks, but someday I will experience it. This also is another weirdly worded question, so hopefully it makes sense. Which ride has the distinction of being placed in a different land in every Disney park that has it? So this attraction is in a lot of Disney parks, but in different lands. No, okay. Looks like some people got it, so glad it made sense coming out of my mouth, how it made sense in my head. Okay. Victoria Chu got it correct. Haunted Mansion. So, Haunted Mansion in Disneyland is in New Orleans Square. Magic Kingdom, it's in Liberty Square. Tokyo, it is in Fantasyland. That's weird. Disneyland Paris, it's in Frontierland. So, yeah. The more you know. Okay. Next question. What is the name of the land you first enter in Shanghai Disneyland? What is the name of the land you first enter in Shanghai Disneyland? Alright. Looks like Sabrina Henry got it correct. It's Mickey Avenue. Someone asked how many Disney parks I've been to. I've been to Disneyland and California Adventure in California, and then all 4 parks at Walt Disney World. Haven't been to any of the international parks yet, but definitely soon. Well done, Sabrina with Mickey Avenue. Which Disney park does not have an It's a Small World ride? Which Disney park does not have an It's a Small World ride? Looks like Madison got it correct. Shanghai. Shanghai. Okay. So this question is strictly about Walt Disney World in Florida. How many times has Walt Disney World been closed since it first opened? And I'm not talking about when it closes at night. I'm talking about full-on closure. Let's see who got it correct. It looks like Meg Bagley got it correct with 4 times. As far as I know, this is another question that could be inaccurate based on my Google results. But as far as I know, and if you can prove me wrong with like the instances that it was closed and put it in chat like really quickly, I'll give you a point also. But there was a hurricane in 1999 that closed for 9/11, and then a power failure in 2002, and then obviously the current crisis. Garrett says 5 times for hurricanes. So if you can find like a better answer with like all the detailed whatever descriptions of when it was closed, shoot me a DM on Instagram and then I'll give you the extra points that you deserve. Okay? Gracias. That way we can keep on moving forward, but you guys can get your points still. And you can do some research and learn something new. Anyway, next question. In Disneyland's Fantasyland, there are 2 rides that have mermaids. Which 2 rides are they? Alright, looks like Jonathan gave a good explanation. I'll give you some points for that. Last question. Let's see. For the mermaid question, looks like Kayleen got it correct. Small World and Peter Pan. So, storybook boats do have a reference to mermaids, but we don't actually see a physical mermaid, as far as to my knowledge, that I can remember beyond the ride. But Peter Pan, there's mermaids on a mural towards the end of the ride, and then you actually see Ariel as a mermaid in It's a Small World. Those 2 rides are in Fantasyland. And Nemo is technically a part of Tomorrowland, right? And I don't even know. I've never been on Nemo, so I don't know. Are there mermaids in that? And if there are, isn't Nemo part of Tomorrowland? I don't know. And Little Mermaid Ride is in DCA, not in Fantasyland. So, yeah. Hopefully that clarifies the answer a little bit. But well done. Okay. What is the most expensive Disney attraction? What is the most expensive Disney attraction? So as far as I know, Rise of the Resistance is the most expensive attraction. But if anyone knows um, it differently, let me know. That's a tough question because there's not a whole lot of details. But as far as like the research I could tell, it was the most expensive. Radiator Springs Racers used to be the most expensive. Um, Test Track was also super expensive. Radiator Springs Racers, I was told, I think like all of Cars Land was like $500 million. And Radiator Springs was a good chunk of that, but I don't know. I'm sure Test Track was expensive too, kind of the same technology as Radiator Springs. If you find a good, solid answer to what the most expensive ride is, evidence, like a good article on it, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to learn about it. So, and I'll give you a bonus trivia point for your grand total. Meg Bagley is who we're going with for the correct answer with Rise of the Resistance. First one to guess. All right. Dose. 2 more questions left. Yeah, 2 questions. What is buried within the castle at Disneyland? What is buried within the castle at Disneyland? Alright, looks like Allison got this one correct. It is a time capsule, and you're also correct that it is going to be opened on its 80th anniversary. I had no idea. That was something I learned new while I was making these trivia questions. There's a time capsule inside of the Disneyland castle, and it's going to be opened in 15 years. Hopefully Disney will open much sooner than that, because that would be sad. Anyway, that's cool. I'm excited to see what's inside of it. All right, last question. What is the oldest item in Disneyland? What is the oldest item in Disneyland? All right. It looks like there's some good guesses here. The time capsule. That's a good guess. The correct answer is the petrified tree. So, Walt Disney gave a anniversary gift to Lillian Disney, which was a petrified tree, which I mean, I guess some people are into that, but I mean, if I give that to Rachel, she'd be like, "What the crap?" But anyway, super cool. He gave it to her because she hated it. That's funny. Gag gift. Nice. Good history. Thanks, Devin, for the information. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, that is technically like thousands and thousands of years old. But you guys had a lot of good guesses as far as like the bench, which obviously he sat on the bench before Disneyland was ever made, and other things like that. So good guesses, but the correct answer is technically the petrified tree. So well done. If you guys just bear with me for a few minutes here, and I will tally up the totals here, let the spreadsheet do its calculations, and we can decide who the winner is for tonight. But seriously, thank you guys for, the point went to Devin Bagley on the last question. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys will come again next week. I don't know what the theme is. I will figure that out and let you guys know soon. But definitely join us again next week because we're going to have a lot of fun. Let's see what the winner is here. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then change this. Do you guys have any requests for next week's theme? Parks were fun, but it definitely is difficult to have questions that are accurate. Oh man. Okay. So, weekly leaderboard. Okay. This week, the winner is, with 6 points, Allison Mead. Well done. We also had Sabrina Henry with 4 points, Victoria Chu with 3 points, Kayleen, Meg, Jonathan, and Tatiana all had 2 points. Kimberly, Devin, Tessa, Ashley, Flix, Morgan, and Amanda all came in with 1 point. So well done. You guys did awesome. Thanks for bearing with me on my questions that might have not been accurate. Disney songs, that's a fun idea. I like that I did Disney songs. I'll have to think about that. That could possibly be the theme for next week. Disney songs, guess the movie songs would be fun. The problem is I can't sing, so I would just be like reading lyrics, and that might be boring. It's alright, meow, meow, Raya. Literally just joined. But I do want to figure out, I just haven't had the time to allocate to figuring out. But I think it would be cool if I could like screen share, and then I could do more stuff with like visuals and without like infringing on Disney copyright stuff at least too much, so that it can still be fun. But like I can't do like play Disney songs on here because Disney owns the copyrights to those songs, and so if I try to use them on the live stream, then I get kicked off, and then we can't have trivia. So, which is totally fine. I understand. I'm not complaining about that at all. but I do think it would be fun to do some of the things like, do you guys remember what's that game called? Disney Seen It, where they had like spellbinders and they had like the letters that would like slowly appear on the screen. It was like Wheel of Fortune where you had to like guess the movie title or guess the name of the character. Like if I could do stuff like that so that you don't have to look at my face all the time and listen to boring stuff, but incorporate like fun things like that into the trivia, but I just need to figure out like all the technology as far as so I can share my screen and still have everything work. I thought I had it figured out one time and then it did not work. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll slowly work on implementing new things and new features. If you have ideas, shoot me a DM on Instagram and let me know. I'm totally open to ideas and trying new things, and just I hope you guys are having fun and stay safe out there. Have a good night and see ya.